Right, I'm bored of that. So bored, past it. Right, hello, it's Mark. It is the 20th of June, 2024. I'm waiting to the last minute to turn this bad boy, this light, because we're up in the scout loft. It's roasting, but if I put it off, it's a bit dark. Put it on, it's going to cause a bit of heat. So excuse the sweatiness. I did have my my baseball cap on, but then I got too hot with that as well. But, hey, thank you very much for joining us. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube and on Instagram, wherever you are joining us. Thank you very much. Let's hop over to Instagram and see who is in the house. We've got Lisa. Hello. Julia is tuning in. Josh, Joe, Oren, Swiss, something like that. Thank you very much for joining us over on Instagram. Who have we got tuning in? Comment below where you're tuning in from, and we'll get a little shout out. Josh, good evening. Mark, I need your advice. What's it like to sleep in the hammock? Regards, Joshua. Cool. We will come back to that one. Joshua, Dominic, hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, it is a very hot one here in London tonight. It's like 31 or something like that. Joshua's tuning in from Kent. How you doing? All good. I reckon tonight it's going to be a bit of a quiet one, or this evening, should I say, only because footy is playing. And if you're a regular watcher to Big Man in the Woods, you know I don't really follow football. But at the moment, if you are really interested, it's Denmark 1, England 1. There you go. I should do match of the day, shouldn't I? Jason. Oh, Jason. Apologies. I just remembered I was meant to email you back from last week. My sincere apologies about that, Jason. I will get around to it. I'll do it a bit later. I will definitely do it. Northants, Jason's swinging in from. Currently a draw at the moment. Yeah. 1-1. Joe, hello over on Instagram. Jojo Green, thank you very much for tuning in over there. Yeah. 1-1. We've not heard any shouting from the pub next door. Harold's tuning in from Canada. Hello, Harold. So, what is happening at Scouts tonight? Oh, click the wrong button. I meant to click that one. So last week, it was a bit of a swap around because we were meant to be doing firelighting last week. I was going to do flint and steel and a bundle of hay, get the Scouts to do that because the week before they were doing fire stills. But the weather in London decided to absolutely chuck it down sideways. It was horrible last Thursday, if you remember. So I had to swap the program around. We did some really fun stuff at Scouts. We did recycling clothes night. So each patrol had a roll of sellotape, even though this is masking tape, the nearest thing I could get. Sellotape, and they had 3 newspapers, and they had to create a hat, a garment, a newspaper, and a palm tree, all in 1 hour. And it was that was it. The opposite. They had to make a mosaic with things in the newspaper describing why they like Scouts. It was so funny, absolutely brilliant. It was really, really fun last week. So yeah, this week we're going to be doing firelighting because it is scorchio out there. It's like 31 at the moment in London, so I'm not complaining. It's all good. How are you guys? Everyone had a nice week? Whatever you've been up to, comment below. Let's see what you've been up to this week. While I take a slurp of energy drink. It's all very quiet. You guys are super quiet, or maybe you got it on and watching football at the same time. So I once again have upset first Facebook, and I've upset Gilwell by my vlog that I did just the other day. Harold is washing his uniform hotter than last night end of the year. Ice cream shop, hike plan. Ice cream shop. Ooh, nice. That's not a big thing here in London. Fish and chip shops, yes. Ice cream shop. There is an ice cream shop, but it's quite far, kind of 15 minutes, 20 minutes up into town that way. Jason is busy recruiting. Alfie's in. How you doing, Alfie? Good to see you. Mark, can you email me this idea? Thinking this would be an idea for our exposure. I've taken over our expo unit and working heavily with the MOD. Yeah, by all means. Joshua, if you drop me an email, Mark a big man, I will send you my ideas. Yeah, drop me that email. And I'll do it for you, mate. No problem at all. No problem at all. Fiona, I received an award for Merit from RDC. Well done. Brilliant. That is amazing. Well done, Fiona. Fantastic for getting that award for merit. Brilliant. Love it. So I was saying, yeah, so I've upset first Facebook. I've upset Gilwell. The internet is all right, first Facebook, because I put a little video. I was taking them to school, coming home from school, my kids, I can't remember, and I did a little 1 minute video because it's a short, and it was just about, I think as scout leader, we just need to accept the new role name and move on. All right, it's not changing the role that I'm doing here. My scout group, it won't be changing the role that you're doing at your scout group. All it's doing is changing the title on the computer system. That's really all it is. It's called whatever. In your scout group, you can call yourself whatever you want. You could be called, if you want, a bugler. You could be called a trumpet. You know what I mean? You can call whatever you want. So if you want to be called a scout leader, you can still be called a scout leader. It's all about the what the public sees, the perception of what the public sees as us. And they're getting really confused by scout leader, assistant scout leader, group scout leader, a district commissioner, county commissioner. So Gilwell thought they would simplify it, yeah? So I just did this little vlog saying, scout leaders, we just need to accept it and move on. And it went mental. Lots of people commenting, keyboard warriors, calling me this name, calling me that name. Guys, just crack on. There's more things to worry about out there in the big world than if you're called a scout leader or a team volunteer. You know what I mean? But anyway, so if you haven't seen it, just go on YouTube and have a look at it. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it would upset a lot of people, but apparently it has upset quite a lot of people. Oh well. Yeah. Dominic, I've done it. All I've done is to attend interviews and catch COVID. Oh, Dominic, don't. Oh, COVID's going around again. Yeah, it's not very good. Fiona, we had cub camping last weekend. They loved it. Awesome. I had a weekend of off. It was Father's Day. We did a bit of this, bit of that, but there was no scouting stuff last week because the following week I was away with Bush Scout. This week I'm at County. I'm at PACCAR training module, residential module. So yeah, I try not to do scouting every single weekend. Try and leave a weekend in between what I'm doing. So just to not upset the wife and give some quality time to my kids rather than kind of always doing scout stuff. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Jonathan, I agree with you. Just life's too short. Cub camp next weekend. Awesome. Where are you camping, Jason? I will email you back. I just remembered. Joshua, our group is annoyed with me with the amount of tasks I have set the Beaver leadership team and the Cub team and also the Explorers and Scout teams. Also reminded them to do their calls. It's a real difficult one, Joshua. I'm assuming, Joshua, just assuming, like me, you're the group scout leader, team lead volunteer, whatever you want to do it. That's what I'm assuming. It's really hard, isn't it? Because you know there's stuff to be done. People are working, people are doing that other stuff. People, you know, when they took on the task as a scout leader, a cub leader, whatever, they didn't understand there'll be all the extra stuff. It is hard. It really, really is hard to get people to do those jobs. I'm struggling at the moment as well. There's leaders who just, rightly so, just want to come and run their section. They don't want to do all the other stuff. But also, when you have your own hall, there's other jobs to be done, isn't there? And, it's really difficult, isn't it? Really, really difficult. I get it. Harold, we're called adult volunteers over here, but general title is Scouter, Harold, or my jungle name, Chill. Yeah, absolutely. Adult volunteer. I don't get it, but hey, whatever. Joshua, qualifications just taken over as a leader. Unfortunately, passed away earlier on this year. I'm only 27 years old. Joshua, sorry to hear that. Reach out to your district, get your DC on board, speak to other leaders in your district. If they're not listening, go to the county, but definitely get your DC to start helping you, supporting you, and just being there for you. So that's their role as the DC, is to be there to help you when you're struggling or need some ideas, need some advice. They're the people that you turn to and kind of go, help me. That's what you should be doing. Anything over on Insta? No one's asking any questions over on Insta. All right, that's cool. Yeah, so I was just posting that video, just thinking it will be just a couple of hundred as they normally do, but this one went mental. It went mental on TikTok, over 5,000 views. I thought it was quite funny, but people are messaging me, kind of going, agree, and some people, no, I'm a scout leader, and I'm always going to be called a scout leader. Do you know what? If you want to be called a helicopter, be called a helicopter. Life's too short, you know what I mean? It's not changing our role at the moment. We shall see. And the vlog I did that's going to come out this weekend is about Bear Grylls, about the new Chief Scout. I have a prediction about the new Chief Scout, and this is not an April Fool's thing. I did it earlier on about, Angelica Bell, was that last year? But I have a feeling about this new Chief Scout isn't going to exist. I don't think there's going to be a Chief Scout. It's going to be me. It's not going to be me. Definitely isn't going to be. The trouble is, I've been asked to do some stuff for Gil. People have said, you should go and do some national roles. But the trouble is, I wouldn't be able to do Big Man of the Woods, because I've got to be seen on that side of the fence. And Big Man of the Woods, I want to fight Gilwell and argue with him as well. So it's hard. As long as the name is absolutely Harold. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, no, Alfie. It's not going to be me. It's definitely not going to be me as Chief Scout, but we'll find out. Yes, so this weekend I'm off for the PACCAR. I'm really excited. I'm be teaching on the residential module both Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to film a vlog while I'm at PACCAR called, well, it's not called, I haven't got the name for it yet, but it's basically what makes a campsite an amazing campsite. What takes you from your regular campsite to this campsite? Why do you always go back to that? Whether it's the toilet block is always clean, the attractions that they've got there, the things to do are really cool. It's a clean site. The phone signal is really cool. I'm going to be talking about that. So if you've got some ideas, drop me a Facebook message or email why you think a campsite goes from just a good campsite to an amazing campsite. That's what I'm going to be talking about this weekend in my new vlog. It's going to be, it's not going to be great. No. Dave, those new caves at PACCAR look posh. Dave, those new caves at PACCAR are amazing. They're really cool. I'm just so jealous that being a bigger guy, I can't get down there. They look awesome. My boy Thomas, when he was in BUS, he is loving. He's been down 3 or 4 times now, and every time you see him, he comes back just it's brilliant. But he does have a graze here and a cut here because they'll dive in the dark and whatever. But yeah, he absolutely loves it. Yeah, it's all good. Reminds me, this week's Mecca is sponsored by Bush Scout. I have just looked over here. Let me try. There's about 7 Nerf guns. And this big boy, bad boy, look. Mega. Where did these come from? I don't know where these. About 10 Nerf guns there. I don't know where they are. Completely changed the subject. Right. Someone asked me a question earlier on. Joshua asked me, "Good evening, Mark. I need your advice. What's it like sleeping in a hammock?" For me, Joshua, I love hammocking. I really do. It's really nice. It's really good for the back. Um, I should do a vlog on it actually because I don't actually hammock enough because of all the kit I bring with me. I just want to keep it in my tent just in case. But sometimes when I'm not doing anything, when I'm not teaching anything, and I'm just going as a leader, a hammock is always nice tarp, and it's just nice to lay in that tarp with a little bit of a swing, bit of a wind, and just enjoy Mother Nature just kind of rocking you to sleep. I always wear an eye mask because of the, you're more exposed to the light when you're in a hammock. So I always have a eye mask. And hammock wise, I'm not the best. This isn't my kind of expertise. This isn't my thing. But I do recommend a DD hammock. That's kind of, it seems to be everyone uses a DD hammock. I've been using a DD hammock and a tarp. But recently, for my hammock that I've been taking out, just for my day trips, I've been using a scout leader up north called Knapsack. I've been using his hammock at the moment. I need to get a longer one. I've got the standard length. I need to get a longer one. And I like, on the Knapsack, instead of having to do a special knot stuff, they've got these kind of loops. And on the end of your hammock, you have a carabiner, and you just click on the loop that's all the way down that strap. I should get a photo. It's just so much easier to set up rather than the whoopee slings that kind of we were using kind of 10-15 years ago. But yeah, I really do like hammocking, and thank you for reminding me because I should go and hammock a bit more, but I don't. Do you know what? I might do it this weekend. Instead of taking the tent, I might take a hammock. Thank you very much for that idea. But Joshua, I hope that kind of answered your question. You didn't really answer everything. But yeah, I love hammocking, and I know loads of scout leaders do love, and it's a really easy, cheap way. Don't have to take lots of kit. Just remember, if it rains, you need a wick, so the rain doesn't go down your guideline, under blanket, that kind of thing. There's a few extra things that you should consider just before you go on your hammocking experience. Yeah, just the extra few things. Campsite cost and availability. Many in Canada have been shut down. Let's not talk about that bit. I think something's going to happen brewing with Scout campsites very, very soon. Right. I believe that I'm the only one in my group now that has scouting permits, qualifications, archery, tomahawks. Nice. I'm testing it out in a couple of weeks' time. Cool. Dave, first recommendation from Howard is borrow one if you can. Love them, and they're a bit of Marmite. Absolutely, and that's what I was saying. So people love, and it's like you got to learn how to get into that hammock. It's not like going into the tent, unzipping it, you climb in with a hammock. There's a bit of a wiggle, getting at the right height. If you put it too high, then you can't get up. You put it too low, once you get in, you kind of sink down and you're on the floor. So it's learning kind of shoulder height. It's a bit of an experimental thing, but I reckon that if you can borrow one, like Dave says, and go with someone who does know how to set up that hammock nicely and correctly, rather than getting that banana shape, because you want to sleep straight at an angle, 45 degrees, rather than straight, just to get them to help you set it up would be my best advice. Dave, I have a Hennessy DD, a good midpoint. Absolutely. What about convenience at 2 a.m.? P-Run. Do you know what, Harold? You haven't seen my vlog because I invested in a pee bottle. That's a game changer now, but it's too early to talk about that. 63 years old. Well, we all have those problems, Harold. Not just you at 63, mate. Believe me, at 43, I still have those urges to needing to get up early in the morning. Right. What's the score? It's still 1-1. 3 minutes extra time. if you are looking at the England versus Denmark, it is still 1-1. So, Survey Scout UK sent out a survey. They've extended it till the 30th of June. For us, this is the right time to contact Guildwell. There's lots of people always online, keyboard warriors, moaning, Guildwell don't listen to us. They don't do that. They don't do this. They just make their own mind up. They never consult us. They never ask us. Scout leaders, do the online survey. One, you might be able to win 50 quid Amazon voucher. But secondly, this is the chance for you to moan directly at Guildwell rather than moaning at me or First Facebook or wherever you go. You can go straight to Guildwell and answer those questions that you're not happy about, whatever it is, whether you think that they don't talk to you, whether you think the uniforms are rubbish, whether you think that, I don't know, badges need updating. This is your chance as a UK Scout leader to voice your concerns, your opinions, your ideas, whatever. You've only got 10 days until it finishes. Make the most of it, guys. Use that survey to, you know, maybe you have some new ideas. Maybe you have some advice. I would do it this way, do it that way, whatever. Use that survey, send in your ideas, your complaints, advice, whatever you want to do, because you're never going to get another opportunity until next year if they do it next year. So, Scout leaders, I would highly, highly recommend that if you can, do the Scout survey right now. On top of that, there was an email that went out a few days ago. And like everything, everyone, we don't really read all those emails that we get or whatever. But something that popped out on a recent email that I saw was this thing called Scout 60 Days of Summer Bucket List. It's on the website, and it's basically Guildwell giving us a bucket list that we can hand out to the young people for them to do over the summer holidays, whether they're going on holiday, whether they're staying at home. And there is a really cool little badge that you can see, 60 Days of Summer. Love that. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Love that little sun. It's a seaside kind of idea, I guess, isn't it? So I thought this was really cool. You can give this to young people. Let's see if you can see that. There we are. You can see that. Yeah, the badge does look. I agree. The badge does look nice. Let's just have a quick look. So 60 things that we can do. What do we got? So build a sandcastle, go trampoline, explore, take a photo, play hide and seek, practice juggling, have a board game. Oh, I love a board game. Draw your own comic book, learn a new game, sculpt with clay or Play-Doh, make a friendship based it, try tie-dye, draw a caricature, have a home spa day, donate items to charity, go camping indoors, have a quiz night. There are so many things that we can do in this really fun thing called 60 Days of Summer. And Guildwell are asking, share with our ideas, use the hashtag Scout 60 Days of Summer. So if you haven't seen that, that's something to share with your young people. Nice. And there was another thing. Bear's announcement. Bear has, well, I don't know why he's officially stepped down, but he put it on Instagram a few days ago that he has decided to end his 15 years as Chief Scout. Now, this was announced a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was fully aware of it. I was tipped off that the Chief Scout was going to be announced at Windsor Castle in April, but it wasn't. But he's definitely stepping down the end of this year. Now, I don't want to get political, all right? I got a message about this a few days ago asking me what's my thoughts about the whole Bear and Russell Brand stuff, you know, Bear baptizing Russell in the river, and that is the reason why Bear is stepping down. It's not, all right. So let's read Bear's announcement. It says, to all my friends and family in Scouts, this September will will mark the end of my time as Chief Scout after 3 5-year terms as Chief and a total of 15 years in the role. Being Chief Scout has been the greatest honor of my life. The kindness and the commitment of our young people and volunteers is incredible. And I'm so proud that since 2009, when I joined, over 2 million people have been through Scouts in the UK. Together, we accomplished everything we set out to do, grow a movement and help millions of young people gain skills for life and access to adventure and the outdoors. But like every volunteer in our movement, our roles evolve and nothing stays the same forever. I will continue, of course, to be Chief Ambassador of World Scouting, helping support the global movement of some 65 million international scouts. So there we are. It is official. He will end at Reunion. All right. All I'm saying is Bear is going to end his role at Reunion. Dave, another doing 15-year in a role, has been done an amazing job. Anyone doing 15-year role, 10-year in a role, yeah, absolutely. Dave, it's down to you. I'm joking, mate. All I'm saying, right, is I reckon there's going to be a big thing happening at Gilwell this year. I've not been told anything. This is just my guess. The last time I saw Bear at Reunion, what's COVID, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, he was at Reunion. That's the last time he was there. This could be his last one as Chief Scout. You never know. Put 2 and 2 together. Bear's last year. He wants to say thank you. He's ending it in September. Matt Hyde's last day with Scout UK is on Reunion. I know that because he invited me along. Matt personally said, you got to come. Make sure you're there. It's my last day. Please come. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I will be on holiday. But I really reckon Bear could make an appearance at Reunion. Woo. Went on camp, and the camp leader bought us. Oh my God! No! What, Loco? No, you need to go and tell them. PG Tips is unacceptable. There's only one brand of tea. Yorkshire tea, not PG Tips. You got to tell them it's not right. It's not right. No. So yeah, going back, I reckon this is just me guessing, all right? But I'm going to try and get some inside information if this is true. But Bear could make an appearance at Reunion this year. It's just a guess, but I reckon there's a massive high chance that Bear will be at Reunion. I'm so sorry. Exactly, Dave. This is an outcry. No one should be drinking any other brand of Yorkshire tea. That's it. There's only one brand. Right. Let's just see. Final scores is Denmark 1, England 1. If you are interested in that, just wanted to see. There was something else I wanted to. Yes, I wanted to also say that if you've not heard, let me just share my screen once again. There we are. Yeah, here we are. If you've not seen this, King Charles III has officially become our patron of UK Scout movement. So normally the patron, normally the royal is our patron, but unfortunately the Queen passed away, and it doesn't kind of automatically move over. If you understand, you got to get authorization, and the new king or queen confirms that they're going to be the patron, and King Charles III has agreed to be the patron of Scouting, and that does go back to 1912, when King George V was the first patron of Scouting. So that's quite cool. Right, what's going to happen? It's going to be Terry, and either Terry badge will be worth a mint. Terry is not standing for Chief Scout. Nope. Could have been a typo T. No. If I do provisions run for my leaders camp, they get Yorkshire Gold. Ooh, gold. You are gold. Always believe in my soul. I know. Tea, Earl Grey. No. We don't do Earl Grey. We don't do it. go on Sarah. No, I need to go on one of Sarah's camps if she's providing Yorkshire Gold. That is very impressive. Very, very impressive. Right, Scout Leaders, it is 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, I have got to go. I've got to go and get all the gear from my car. Get ready for fire lighting for Scouts tonight. So whatever you're doing, have a great week. If you're coming to PACCAR this weekend, whether you're camping or if you're on a training course with Great London Middlesex West, you're going to see the awesome me. But if you are camping at PACCAR and you see me out and about, come over and say hello. But whatever you're doing, have a great one. Enjoy the sunshine. It's going to be glorious here in the UK this weekend. Apparently, highs of kind of around about 26. And if you are doing some camping, put them on Instagram, put them on Facebook, and don't forget, tag me, Big Man in the Woods. I want to see all what you're up to with your Scouts. Whatever you're doing, let's just share the love of scouting, and I will see you not next week. I am doing a late shift at work. So unfortunately, I won't be here live streaming next Thursday. Okay, so there will be no live one. Good night. Already looking forward to starting up again in September. Awesome, Harold. I will speak to you very soon, and I will speak to the rest of you in a few weeks' time. Once again, thank you very much for joining me here on Big Man in the Woods. Bye-bye.